Hello, everybody, and welcome to Activision Blizzard Collegiate Overwatch. It's going to be a good one here today, folks. It's St. Clair College versus UTD Esports. That's University of Texas at Dallas Esports, also known as the Comets. I am your host for here today, Matthias, also known as Matthias everywhere else, and I'm joined by Theo,
Or the Holy One.
or the Holy One.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good one. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's going to be a good series. Obviously, the playoffs is when are the most. It's just the best teams left, so it's going to be a high level of Overwatch all day for this first game. If they win, they go to a second game, I believe, and yeah, I just can't wait for the Overwatch boys to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, all the highly ranked teams are here to play here today, and UTD, I think they are seated slightly lower than us in the rankings, but you never know when it comes down to these high-level teams. So I know it's going to be a great game here today. And I know we have some Sombra changes, but I don't think that's in play, right?
I don't think that's in play for this weekend. I think after this weekend, next week is when Sombra's gonna be back in pro play. So I don't think we're gonna see any Sombra today. I don't think we're allowed to.
But you know what we will see? This bracket coming up. We can review our potential next opponents. So, after this game, if we win against UTD Esports here today, then we're going to go up against either Rutgers Scarlet Knights or UCSD Gold. Two very, very strong teams, but I have heard a lot about Rutgers.
Yeah, they're strong. The Ruggers are strong. So if we do take down UTD Esports, it's going to be a tough second series, no matter what.
Most likely.
No,
Oh, yeah,
no matter what.
You're right.
No
yeah.
matter what, it's going to be a tough series. But Ruggers are one of the top teams as well in Collegiate Overwatch, so it should be an exciting matchup. But we have to be UTD first.
Definitely,
Can't
definitely.
get
As
ahead.
you can see, if we win it all the way through, whoever wins this all goes to a stage 3 double elimination style tournament. So
Yeah.
you're definitely wanting to secure your spot there in that tournament here. Get that double elimination ready to go. But overall, it's going to be a tough road to get there
Yeah,
for
of
any
course.
team.
Yeah.
But with that said, I think we're going to throw it to a quick break as the players get into position and get ready to go against this long road ahead. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first game here today of the Activision Blizzard Collegiate Overwatch. Here we are, University of Texas Dallas versus St. Clair College, facing off on Lijiang Tower up for our first map here today. Some very similar comps coming out from both players. A May, a Symmetra being the key differences here. And it looks like University of Texas off to a little bit of a strong start here, finding a pick already on Razor.
Yeah, we could see health bars dropping really low, but the first pick going over to University of Texas Dallas. They're going to try and play it slow, but Crime picks up Petal. That's a huge pick. He's on the flank. Can he find Baptiste? Yes, he can. That's 2 picks for the Saints. 3 picks now for Crime. Absolutely destroying the backline of UTD, and now that the Saints are going to be able to retake the point. Reddick's going to look for a 1v1 with Lucio on the outside. Doesn't manage to find the Booba. Squeak finds Cashier, and the Saints are going to be able to retake. They're going to have that Bash Note already, while Petal is only at 38% for his. That's going to be unexpected for UTD, and St. Clair are going to be able to take advantage of it here. They do have the window. Razor is only 70% of the way there, so they're going to look for a window Bastion play right here. Can they find it? Find the wall. They're going to try and run down the Reinhardt, and they do find the lamp. They find the Reinhardt as well as Squeak goes down, and this can be a pretty free win for UTD. St. Clair are going to look to slow them down, but without the Reinhardt, it's really tough.
Yeah, without their main tank, they're going to have to fall back here. Well played by Crime, taking back the initial site control there, but they weren't able to hold it for very long. That key May ice wall just separating the tank from the rest of the group. But here they are mounting for another team fight. Reinhardt is back. Looks like gets Petal there, shooting his shots, but not able to find very much. And Crime taking the high ground, spraying it down, just holding down the high ground here as they back off the Reinhardt here.
Yeah, Saints use 2 ultimates to take control of the point there, but now the May ult comes out. Squeak and Crime both go down. That's huge picks for UTD, and now they're going to be able to just clean up here and take the point. Reddick's on the point, stalling it out, managing to find the Reinhardt actually. If the Saints can stall this out long enough, they could win this with the ults that they have. Kashir is going to take down Reddick's on that main. Pel's going to take out Emerin. It's going to be a fight win for UTD, but it's a very close round to start this matchup.
Yes, it's very back and forth. It seems like every single time the teams group up, they face off, their blood is going to be spilled. People are going to fall. The site is going to be retaken. But for right now, University of Texas in the lead by a little bit right now. And St. Clair College just looking to regroup, find the opportune moment to push in as they have the Earth Shatter and they have the Bastion ult as well. They might find something very, very big here. The May wall comes out. Out the turret, they're gonna have to back off. There is the Bastion ult, but it's not gonna find much on the side of UTD. But what will St. Clair College do here? They need to take back site, they need to take it back fast. Bat wall comes up. Oh, there's 1, there's 2. Petal going off, he finds a double kill, opening it up for a triple kill for his team. And that Saints offense just absolutely shattered there by UTD. Wow, what a play.
I mean, that was the battle of the Reinhardts. Derpy found 2 on the Earth Shatter. Squeak tried to answer back immediately, but got it blocked. Now Emran's going to look maybe to try and touch the point, but Lucio's going to stop him. Petal takes out Razor. Emran does have that Symmetra wall if St. Clair can get a touch, but they cannot, and that's going to be the first point going over to UTD. Playing very well, I would say, and taking the first round.
Yeah, they played very, very well. They seemed to adapt amazingly to whatever St. Clair threw at them. You know, it was very back and forth there, but they seemed to find out what makes them tick there at the end. You can see the Overwatch team there, very dialed in, very focused, trying not to let, because you hate starting off with a loss on the first map, first point, but, you know, we got a long way to go. It's a best of 5 of maps, so you can't let it affect you too much, but it's not how you want to start things off. You have to stay resolute in your mind and focus on winning this next map here.
Yeah, both teams are on the same comps now. Probably going to both look to TP towards the point. So it's going to be a bloodbath on the first fight. As yes, we see both teams saving that TP out of spawn. Going to both go up there. Let's see what happens. Absolute chaos erupts on the point, but Squeak is able to take control of the point. And Dwayne goes down to Crime. It's a huge pick for the Saints. If they can just play this one very, very slowly, they should be able to take control of this objective. But Reinhardt is in there. Squeak takes him out, but Derby takes out Emran. Razor takes out the Reinhardt, and this should be a fight win for Saints. Can they take out this Symmetra? She TP's onto the point but goes down, and it's a clean fight win from St. Clair. You know, they're able to find the Baptiste as Petal goes down to Squeak. Find the Baptiste instantly, you know, he's on that 13% ult charge. They're gonna have that window very, very fast now, the Saints, and they should look to capitalize with it here.
Yeah, University of Texas not looking too great on the ult economy right now, but St. Clair's in a great spot, just laying down all the Symmetra turrets, laying down the defenses for any push that UTD might have here. But it's looking like they're going for a push right now. They push on the site, massive push, but not going to find much in the way of St. Clair. Reddick's going to boop the tank off the stage, it looks like. It's a great play by him. They should take out a key player in the fight. You're going to try and take out a support as well. Squeak taking out the lamp. Not much else.
The Saints could win that. They do have their Reinhardt alive, but Kashir takes out Redix. Squeak is going to take Doi off the map with him as Razor's going to go for a reset, and it's a good team fight win for UTD, sorry, as they lost their Reinhardt early, but they managed to keep it together, keep their composure, and have the big team fight win there, as Saints did not use the window at all, and now UTD is going to be back with their window of their own, but Saints just TP right on the point and they just flip it for free. Huge window. Can they take out the Reinhardt? They will not seem to find it, but it's a lot of space made by Saints and they do get the objective, but it's going to be 3 to 4 ults on the side of UTD. It's going to be rough for the Saints as they don't have the ultimates just yet. They're about to have them very, very close. Huge window coming out from the side of UTD, and they're going to need to walk through. Huge shatter by Squeak. He finds the pick. They find 2 picks. Squeak's on 1 HP, but he won't go down. Crimes finds 2 as the Bastion can't find anybody here. Petal's going to go down to Redix, and the Symmetra is going to go down to Crime. Huge team fight win from St. Clair and a massive shatter from Squeak.
Yeah, a massive shatter from Squeak. Well played, perfect timing. That was looking pretty bad for St. Clair. They had the Bastion, the BAP window all on the back line there, but that shatter managed to save it up and tee them up for a team kill. So well played by Squeak. There's the Bastion ult as well. Gonna repel any offense. UTD there, but it looks like they're gonna. Petal's gonna get Crime there as he's stopped in motion for his ultimate. And a massive fight. Both Symmetra walls are out, and Reddick's gonna find a pick as well. Oh wow, this is a very chaotic fight. Squeak just holding on though, being the pillar for his team, and Reddick's just for a support managed to find pick after pick, picking off those slippery backliners there. And Emran gonna find Petal there. Crime gonna take out the Doyi, and Crime gonna get another double kill as well. And that is overtime, and that is another point for the Saints.
Yeah, and it's 1-1. You know, that last fight, they had that Symmetra wall. They managed to just put it up and play around it perfectly. UTD couldn't walk in because of the damage coming out from the Saints. And yes, they did lose their Bastion, but when that Symmetra gets full beam, does so much damage. They're able to sit down on the point and not give it up. And it's 1-1, as you said. Both teams now are going to opt to keep the same mirror. They're both happy with their performance. Probably going to be another TP to the point. Doi is going to have to not get caught out first here because that was crucial to what happened last round. But let's see what comes out. They could swap the Symmetra to a Tracer or an Echo mid-round right after spawn. But I think they're both going to stay on the Symmetra. What do you think?
I think you're correct in that assumption. I think that they're going to probably stick with the same team comps as they both have had one success with it. So they're just going to see who can play these teams better as both teams meet each other very, very quickly here, right in front of the point, waiting for it to open up. A few seconds here, seeing first picks. It's looking like St. Clair finds one, but Durfee gonna find another in retaliation. Kashir gonna find another as well, gonna find a double kill actually, and Emran gonna play some tricky teleports here, trying to keep himself alive, but he's often gonna get taken out as well by their enemy Symmetra, and looks like UTD finds point control initially here today.
Yeah, that was a nice try by the Saints. You know, they had to use their lamp extremely early, and that's why the UTD just run over them. They were really, really close to finding a few picks, but could not get it. You know, they did get that one pick, but as soon as Squeak falls, it kind of falls apart. That's how this comp works. You keep your Reinhardt alive, you win. But it's going to be a push coming out from the Saints now. They have to destroy those Sim turrets. We'll get a lot of value on this push. And Crime uses his form a bit early. Huge block coming out from Squeak as Derpy doesn't find anything with the shatter. Saints are going to try and move up, but they do not have the Bastion form. Now, Petal's going to have his own Bastion form. He's going to break Squeak's shield. Can the Saints find a comeback here? Squeaks on 1 HP, manages to survive for the time being. Saints are looking good here. Both windows used. There's going to be a big fire strike coming through from both Reinhardts. Can't find anything. Crime on the backline. Oh, there it is. Derpy finds the fire strike through the window. It's a huge kill as now Saints have limited healing. They also use the Symmetry ult on the side of UTD. And Saints kind of have to back out here. They have to TP out because if your BAP falls, your team comp falls apart. And that's another big win by UTD.
Yeah, that's a massive win as they already have 51% here on the scoreboard. So it is looking dire straits here for St. Clair College. They need to make a move here and quick. They need to get that site control. They have sound barrier online. Squeak moves forward onto the front, but will they get taken out? The sound barrier comes out. Petal trying to take one out, but he's not going to be able to be taken out himself as he just peppers them, getting rid of that sound barrier in record time. The teleports are down, the turrets are down as well. Allard staying up in the air here, trying to keep his team alive, but unable as Crime finds a pick on Doyi there.
Redix falls off the map.
Oh, Redix falls off the map, and Crime also going low, and Petal gonna find one, Petal gonna find two. Emerin finds Derpy though. The tanks are down. It's just the DPS and the supports. We're having a little bit of a Symmetra duel here, but it looks like Kashir's a little bit better at lasering it down as they have a 10-player kill streak with 90-something% here on the board. It's looking more and more like University of Texas Dallas is gonna win it here. Squeak jumps on the contest. He realizes there's turrets. He's realizing this might not be possible.
No,
Crime just trying to find a pick to see if it's even worthy to go in. It's being contested by Emerin here. He's ghosting, but a team kill coming out from UTD to end the round. That is looking like a win for them.
Yep, that's map 1 to UTD. Our Saints don't look too happy after that performance. You know, they won that. Did they win that one round, which looked good for them? They played pretty dominantly in that one round, but that last round just outplayed basically at all times, you know, and are not able to win. You see Squeak going for the shatter there, but just dies in the middle of the animation, and you hate to see that. Hopefully our players can just stay locked in, though. You know, I think this is, you know, two very even teams. I think Saints are a bit stronger, but clearly they lost the first map there, so they're gonna have to find a way back into the series.
Yeah, you gotta try and step back and think, like, what really happened there was just a few key moments where they lost. For both teams, when they lost that 1 point, it was just everything kind of worked out for one team, for UTD most of the time. And St. Clair, they needed a few things to happen, and they just got shut down at the wrong time. And that kind of just snowballed through the rest of it. Maybe a different team comp might have helped, but I don't know. I think it was just these teams are so evenly matched. It was almost like a 50-50 whether they're going to win, but UTD had quite a showing on that last map as well.
I don't think it's the team comps, because I think Saints are very best when Squeak is on that Reinhardt or that Winston, and Reinhardt being hard meta right now, I think it's a very good meta for the Saints, because Squeak on that Reinhardt is known to be a very dangerous player, and I wouldn't say he played too bad in that Ryan matchup. He played pretty well, but just a few mistakes by everyone on the team, and good capitalization from UTD, and lets them take a nice 1-0 lead in this series.
Yeah, so what advice would you give St. Clair College if you had to think about one thing that they can improve on here?
Just don't tilt. Like, just keep your mental in the game. You know, if our team's mental is good and they're all like playing off each other, playing well and smiling, that's good. You see right now they don't seem very too happy. Nobody's talking, nobody's saying a word, so they are really unhappy with that first map. But hopefully they're going a couple maybe strategy choices and are able to find something else to pull out in this game too.
Yeah, it was a very close match. So I think if they just bunker down here and focus on what they could just try and keep the morale, because it was a close game. Let's be honest here. Yeah. Very close, back and forth. Just a few key moments, but maybe it was just also the map.
Yeah.
Maybe UTD has just practiced the Lijiang Tower a little bit more. So maybe going into these payload maps, you know, the other maps that we have here, maybe even a Flashpoint.
Flashpoint will be the third map.
That would be an exciting. That's where we'll probably see.
We'll probably see the same comps as well.
Yeah, well, that's where we'll see like the real team differences come out, because you know, those point control maps, they can get a little bit snowbally. Like if you have the control on the point, it's kind of hard to break through that and give that up. So I'm very excited for the games we have here today. You think we'll see any different team comps coming down the line, or you think we're going to see? the same.
I think it's very possible. As I heard, we're going to Numbani map too, and Numbani is not a Reinhardt map. It's you're either playing Diva, Winston, Wrecking Ball, or Doomfist, and you're gonna be playing probably like Genji Echo or something of that sort. Very mobile characters with all the high grounds coming out on Numbani. So I'm really curious to what Saints play. You know, I know Emran plays that Echo, Crime plays that Tracer very, very well. They could be playing the Echo Tracer comp with maybe a Winston or something.
I've also seen Emran on the Genji as
Yeah,
well.
Genji as
Sometimes
well.
finding some success with that. I usually see him go for it on the push maps mainly, but we'll see here today. What do you think Squeak is going to play for the tank? He's going to stick with the Reinhardt or?
No, not Reinhardt. It has to be either Winston. I think it's most likely going to be Winston or Doomfist. Yeah.
Do we think that's real? You know, we always see
No,
the
I
weird
think-
picks in the early game, but
I think this is a very good team comp on the attack. The Doomfist can get around on the high ground, and with Echo Tracer, they're going to be able to make a lot of space, make a lot of damage. As Soaks is going to be probably playing with the Ana. You don't see the Ana too often, but they're going to be playing off those nades. And Soaks is going to keep Razor alive. Razor, every time he finds a nade, we're going to see all of Saints diving onto that one target. And Razor is going to be a big, really big win con in this composition, as he provides a lot of value. But UTD, they went for the Sigma comp with Ashe and Echo themselves with that Elarian Bab. So more of a long-range poke, try and get picks early type of comp. But St. Clair have a more all-in, let's dive their snipers and take them out. As we're going to see what Saints can pull off with their pusher. We see Crime going under, forcing some point control, but going to be able to set up for the high ground here. Squeak is going to have to find an absolute huge punch for Saints to find anything, as Derp just going to sit on this high ground poke. That's basically how this comp goes.
The
But Crime,
stealth.
he is back here. He sees the Ashes alone as Emberin gets taken out by Kashir in the 1v1, and now Saints have to back off. They can't go in. One pick like that is a full restart. It's going to be around a minute off the clock just from that one kill.
that's a massive pick, especially on the DPS here. It's going to matter more and more in the time, especially on these Palos maps. Matters so much. Even if you do bring it to an overtime, it seems like it's usually decided in how quickly you can take these points and hold them here. And it's looking like the Ashe is paying off as well on the defense, just having them funnel through into the sidelines. Crime on the back line though, trying to find a pick, but the lamp is going to come out from BAP, and it gets taken out by the Ashe, like I was talking about earlier. Just having so much more range to contend with is just a major advantage over the comp that St. Clair College is running right now.
Yeah, and Petal is known to be a very, very good player. Finds the headshot there on the Ashe, on Crime. Crime did force out the Mortality Lamp, but it feels like this Doomfist, Tracer, and Echo just haven't worked together at all for the first minute and a half of this round. I don't think they've even went in on any target. They just died before they find the setup. So it's well played by UTD to find those picks. Emran falls really low, but gets packed up by Soaks, by the way, who's in for Redix, I believe. There was a little substitution, we didn't mention it. Here's the Nano Doomfist Squeak, gets him down to 1 HP, and there's the anti-nade, finds a pick. Kashir does find Razor, but Crime takes out Doki. Kashir takes out both healers. And it's going to be a hard fight for Saints to win, but they're up 3 for 2. Squeak takes out Kashir. Crime going to look for this Baptiste. He's on 1 HP. Can he get some healing? Yes, he does. He finds the recall. Doomfist now goes in on the Baptiste, and they're able to find it, but Derpy did find Emran. I believe it is literally just Derpy alone on this point, but it is Squeak and Crime who is on 1 HP, which forces Squeak to back up a little bit. Crime's gonna have to land a huge pulse bomb here as the whole team of University of Dallas is back. Doomfist gets copied here. Can he find anything? Oh, that's a huge pick on Squeak. But Emran does take out Petal. That Doomfist is doing so much work in that backline though. Derpy is on 1 HP. Kashir is just killing absolutely everyone. Ults in the Doomfist. Can he find anyone with it? No, he cannot. Gets out of his copy, and Crime is in the backline. Emran goes for a copy down a couple of members, and Saints are going to look to win this fight with the rally coming out from Soaks. They get a bit of point control, and they take it down. There's an ult coming out from Doiki. Can he find anything with that Sunrise? No, he cannot. Oh, yes, he does. He finds Emran. Derpy takes out Squeak, and Crime goes in as well. That is tragic for the side of the Saints as they use 4 ultimates and only get a tick.
Yeah, what a comeback, like what a retake there.
That was crazy.
From UTD. Both teams just falling to pieces there, but it looked like, you know, just having the spawn be ever so slightly closer helped UTD manage to come back just a little bit faster here. And amazing, they just picked off the right people at the right time as well.
Completely.
And we see a switch to Hanzo on the side of Emran, which is an interesting pick. Want to contend with more long range here, as we see Squeak uses ult here, dived out on the site. The Ashe gonna blast up in the air, and he's chasing the Ashe.
Gets it.
He's tired of getting sniped there, and it looks like they've disrupted their backline very much here. This Kashir is trying to contend with them by flying into the air, and that's probably gonna save his life as well.
Petal's Bob is going to be absolutely massive. Soaks is beating up Derpy. They mess up the Immortality Lamp just a little bit, but Kashir finds Razor. Derpy's going to lift Soaks up in the air and kill it with that, and now it's going to be really hard for the Saints. They do find 2 picks though. There's a huge rock coming out from Derpy out of midair, but Squeak takes him out. I believe it was just Squeak versus a healer and a Ashe, and UTD with the full hold on Numbani. Did not see that one coming, I have to tell you.
Yeah, that is a difficult task to pull off there. They do have to go 1 tick, so it's not completely
A bit more
over,
than 1 tick.
But
Almost 2 ticks.
yeah, almost 2. If they got that second one, I have a little bit more faith, but that has got to be rough. You know, every map you're starting out on, just starting off with pretty much a loss is really rough.
Not good.
But you're gonna have to try and dial in, fortify that mental. You can see that they're not quite happy with this result, so it's gonna be tough coming out of this.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the Saints. Let's keep it honest. Getting one tick on Numbani, which I'm not sure if it was their map choice. I hope it wasn't. I hope it wasn't their map choice, because I did see them practicing the Doomfist comp on Numbani, but did not work out for them there, as Derpy found a lot of value on that Sigma, and Kashir on that Echo was absolutely deadly. He was just picking apart St. Clair's backline, and the on a break just didn't manage to keep each other and the rest of the team alive. So,
and they just didn't have anything to contend with a hit scan long range, right?
They had a Tracer, but
I don't think there's like a very easy way to get all the way back there, right?
No,
yeah, that was a tough. A little bit of a team comp diff, but you know.
The Saints, they have time to switch it up, but
they do.
They stayed on that Doomfist. You know, they swapped off the Echo to the Hanzo. I don't know if that's really anything. I don't know if that does anything. But now we're gonna see UTD probably just TP right on the point with the Bastion, knowing the Saints want to run this Doomfist comp again. And you know, unless Razor finds an absolutely massive nade, UTD is going to be looking good in this fight. It's basically going to be all on Razor. Can he find the anti-nade? It's a TP coming out from side UTD, but they can't find it. There's anti-nade, 1 HP on Derpy. 4 members hit by the anti, but they just cannot push through. UTD have to back up though, so Saints buying themselves a little bit of time, as anywhere they go, Squeak is going to be there. But there is a TP on the high ground. It's a huge anti coming out again from Razor. 3-man, 4-man, Derpy takes out Squeak, but Emran finds 3 members of UTD, and that's going to be a fight win for the Saints. Crime takes out Derpy, and it's just Bastion left alive. Not staggering too long. Petal goes down. Emran with 4 kills that fight. Huge dynamite on the TP.
Yeah, that was a massive team play altogether. The anti-heal into the punch, into the Ashe pick. What are you looking at right now?
Yeah, a lot of swaps. They're going to the comp. Basically, they just ran on the defense, but instead of the Ashe, they're picking the Hanzo. I don't think the Hanzo's too bad of a pickup, but I think Ashe would be just a bit better, because Crime is on that Tracer, and 1 Ashe headshot to Tracer is a kill. But I guess Hanzo does the same thing.
It's a little slower.
It's a little bit harder to hit on Hanzo, as Squeak is going to be in the middle of the team here. Can look for a big punch, doesn't find it on the Sigma, as UTD is going to have a lot of space to work with here. Razor needs to be careful on that Ana not to get headshot by the Hanzo. Doomfist is going to find a nice punch onto the Sigma, 1 HP on Derpy, but he does not go down, as he's going to be up on the high ground, 70% to the ultimate, so he has to play a little bit safe. This Crime has to burn his recall, is not able to find that pick. Derpy is going to eat, he's going to stay alive with that. It's going to be shots coming out from Petal, but doesn't find anything. Squeak gets the nano boost, huge punch off the map, and he does find the Baptiste, which is a huge pick. They're going to have to find this Hanzo as well. Crime on there, yes, he does find Petal, and it's a huge fight win for St. Clair, as UTD is just going to reset, but Squeak decided to jump off the map as well. He is on that Doomfist, doesn't matter too much. But another huge fight for St. Clair, and this map's looking very winnable.
It is looking very, very winnable for how little that UTD needs to get on this point. St. Clair is doing an amazing job at repelling any offense that they have here today. It's amazing to see.
And Numbani, I believe, is on first point a defense side map. It's just you have so many angles that you're already set up, and it's not easy to break. we're gonna see the Sunrise coming out from the side of UTD. Razor's on 1 HP, and Kashir does manage to take him down. That's a huge pick for the side of UTD, but they're all 1 HP. Emran's on 1 HP as well, able to find Kashir. Crime takes out Petal, and it's gonna be just the Saints DPS taking out absolutely everyone. 4 kills, 2 for Crime, 2 for Emran. Huge pickups, and it's going to be a reset for the side of UTD. You know, after Razor goes down, it's not looking good for the Saints, but now they're going to have that Brig rally, and they're going to have that pulse bomb. It's going to be all on Crime to land a huge pulse bomb, hopefully on Derpy, who has the Sigma ultimate coming into this fight.
Yeah, that was just amazing to watch. It was down to the wire. Both teams very, very low, but the Saints able to pick off a lot of the team as we mount towards
There's the copy.
what could be our last
Oh, there's the
fight
pulse
here.
bomb.
Oh, the Immortality Field manages to save his life there. He has window ready. Here finds 1, and it looks like UTD finds 3 there as Crime gets the Tracer, and that is a team kill for St. Clair College, and it's looking like that is it. They just need to win 1 big fight, and they have capped the point, and I think they've won here.
Yeah, they knew it was 1 fight, all they needed. They didn't just throw all their ultimates at a risky fight. They made sure they used their ultimates in the best time possible. You know, with that Sigma ult, able to find both of the healers, as you see play of the game by Emran. I think on the time he got the 4K, I believe. Yes, the huge dynamite with the anti. That was a very, very good try by the Saints on the defense. Obviously, 1 fight away from winning the map, but UTD used their resources to perfection and win that last fight that they needed to. They're up 2-0 in this first round. Looking for a big upset.
Yeah, that is that's heartbreaking on the side of the Saints. You just needed 40 seconds. Just win that 1 last fight, and you would have brought it to OT. We'll, you know, get another try here. It is a best of 5. It's not over yet, so they're gonna hunker down, try and win a game, get themselves back in the game. But now, UTD just needs to win 1 more game, and they take this whole thing home. So,
it starts with 1 for the Saints. You know, that's, you've heard that 1,000 times. It just starts with 1 map at a time. Obviously, Saints can be looking for their map pick, I believe, as well. I don't know what they're gonna go with. I believe it's Flashpoint, and Flashpoint, I don't think the maps have the biggest of difference. All maps play around the same, and the meta's the same on most of the maps, so I don't think it matters too much what map it is. But St. Clair are probably gonna play that Reinhardt, like May Bastion or Sim Bastion comp as well in this Flashpoint map, which is very popular with the Lucio Baptiste, and they're gonna have to look a bit better than in these first 2 maps to take the series home.
yeah, it's looking like a tough road ahead here, but with Flashpoint, I feel like anything can happen. It's a new game mode. It plays very, very differently from all the other game modes. You know, there's a lot more strategy and like regrouping and like moving around, and it seems like the point switches back and forth many, many times. So I think we might see a little bit of an upset here. You know, get that first game win, bring it to the game 4. You know, is what you're hoping for if you're St. Clair. But we'll be throwing it to a quick break, and we'll be right back with game 4. Game 3.
Game 3. Map 3.
Yeah, map 3.
Map 3.
All right, we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Activision Blizzard Collegiate Overwatch. We're here starting our game 3, potentially our final game here going into this against University of Texas at Dallas Esports. St. Clair College is down 2 games right now, so they need to dig deep and find something here.
Yeah, they're going to be looking for the reverse sweep. They played a match yesterday where they were down 2-0, and they did manage to bring it back to 2-2, unfortunately losing in map 5, but they're going to be looking to do the exact same thing today, but actually win this time. So looking forward to that. Hopefully they can play their best, because I don't think they're playing their best, and when they are at their best, they're a very fun team to watch. When they're not at their best, they're not as good as they're supposed to be. And here we go. We got map 3 coming out. Flashpoint. It's going to be the exact same comps on both sides. Just a matter of skill of who's going to win this map. Let's see what both teams can get done here.
Yeah, here we are. We see very similar comps here. Razor keeping his team healthy there with the healing grenades there. Going to take a little bit of a high ground here, laying down some turrets, laying down some suppressive fire. That looks like UTD gonna teleport right onto the high ground here, onto site, put St. Clair at the disadvantage, having to look up and try and find any kind of pick here.
They get the point though.
They do have the initial point, but can they repel this first attack? And it looks like they sort of do, as they push University of Texas Dallas a little bit further back here.
And it's absolutely massive to find that first pick, as they're going to be able to force out UTD off the point again. And now Crime up here on the high ground with that Bash form doing so much damage. 70% of that ultimate will force out the Baptiste Slam. And Saints are looking really, really good to start map 3. You know, on the slow ground, they're going to TP. I don't know where, but
yeah,
they're going to...
They're going to TP away. They want to get out without giving them 2-minute ult charge, I think, here. They are trying to stay alive in the fight. We're going to see the Bat Wall come out here. The
Oh no, Squeak. Don't walk
Wow.
into that. He lives on 1 HP, but the point does flip. And now they're going to have a window of their own, so they're going to use it right away. Try and take control off the point right back. But I don't think UTD wants to give it up. But they have no ultimate, so they have to give it up. Petal is going to look for something, but does not find anything. Crime has his ultimate. Should look for it on the engage here. As soon as enemy Bastion uses his form, should look for the ultimate, as I don't think UTD expects him to have it just yet. But they're back on the point. Emran finds a huge sim wall. There's a shatter coming out from Derpy. Does find 2 as Crime and Razor do fall. Squeak goes down to Derpy as well, and it's going to be a clean team fight for the side of UTD.
Yeah, Saints did get it to 99 here. I'm going to get taken out there at the end.
Getting staggered. He's getting staggered.
Nobody could die a little bit quicker there, but there he is back with his team now. And big lead by St. Clair, but with Flashpoint, these things go very, very quickly. So UTD catching it very quickly. Derpy going to try and push up a little bit, play a little bit aggressive, and try and push St. Clair off a little bit further away from the site.
Yeah, I mean, UTD does have that sim wall. There's the Bastion ult coming out from Crime. Can Squeak. Oh, that's a Ajax by Mallard, and that's huge for the side of the Saints. Squeak gonna take out Derpy, and that's a huge fight win for the Saints as Crime takes out Emran. Petal does take down take out Emran, I apologize, but it does not matter much as Saints are gonna take this first Flashpoint. Ajaxing like that, that's a huge blow to UTD, and Saints take the first point.
Yeah, 92 to 99 there. That was a close one, but there we go. Saints finally starting off with a win here on the map. So that might be what you need for
That's
the
exactly what they need. You know, now UTD will be pretty tilted. You know, when you ult with the Lucio and die mid cast, it is very, very unfortunate. But they do have that Symmetra wall and the window here, so they should be able to walk through a little bit and take control. Razor finds his own window. It's going to be a huge window on this high ground with Crime. Can they find any picks? Here's a Terraform. Derpy is going to get absolutely one shot, but does not manage to find too much. But the Saints should be able to take control of this point just off that.
There we go. Getting initial site control again. And if you're UTD, you need to find some way on the point here.
Big CP.
Going for a TP, but didn't manage to find it. They're going to put the bat wall on main entry here.
Stop peeking the window!
Wow, he peeked the window. Derpy gonna find one as well. That is unfortunate, and the site is going to flip. We're gonna see a contest from Emran, but he's gonna get taken out as well. And that is point control going over to UTD. I don't know.
Why did they peek the window? They like 4 times in a row. They're like, oh, surely it's gone now. Surely they're not looking at me now, right, guys?
Mistakes happen, but you just hope That doesn't happen when you're down 2 games. Amarin does have wall here today, though.
Kashir hasn't used his still since the first time he got it. So Emran gonna be lapping him.
Here is Kashir has wall as well. You see a lot of walls come up on the next big team fight, but looks like UTD doing a very good job at keeping St. Clair at an arm's length here as they manage to finally close the distance on the site here.
Oh, it's gonna be a big
He
shatter.
has a shatter. You see the wall come out from St. Clair that prevent any sort of shatter from happening here. Petal trying to find a pick through the walls, but it's a little chaotic now, so both teams just kind of waiting, spraying down
Oh, Squeak with the block on that ultimate, and Emran takes out the Baptiste. Kashir in the backline on Razor. Everyone's 1 HP on the side of the Saints, but they do have that lamp to keep them up, and they're going to be able to take this fight very, very quickly. Using those ultimates first is how you win this fight. They do get 2 ultimates out from the side of UTD, and Saints with the shatter, with the window, coming up on that beat, looking very, very good to hold this point and take a 2-0 lead.
There we go. That was a much-needed team fight that they needed to win. If they didn't win that, that was probably a point going with UTD, but they should flip it over, and UTD rushing onto the point. They know, give it one last fight here. Maybe they can take it back. See the Bastion all come out. Not going to find much, though, as the rest of the team goes up to contest.
Yeah, and that's good for the Saints. You know, they get the Bastion out, they use their own window. There's going to be the turf form coming out from UTD. This is really good for St. Clair, but Squeak on 1 HP is going to be able to stay alive. Yes, there's a huge window by Razor, but they're going to beat in. They want to win this fight. Squeak looks for the Desperation Shatter. Does not find it, lives on 1 HP, but goes down to Kashir, and Saints are going to lose control of this one. Derpy on 1 HP has to stay alive here, cannot die. Kashir and Petal cleaning up the St. Clair members, as St. Clair now need to not get staggered. Staggering here would be absolutely tragic. Soaks on 7 HP. No.
Oh, wow.
And now Saints won't be able to touch now because dying on the Lucio, you know, you don't have that speed boost for your team. They have to give up that point, and that is tragic for the side of the Saints, as it's going to be 1-1. UTD are going to have a bit of an ultimate. Actually, no, they're not. No, they're not. The ultimates are literally as even as they could get. But Kashir and Emran should get their walls this fight.
It's not too bad. It's bound to happen in Flash where you're not going to win every single point every single time. But that's unfortunate. They had 99 on the board. Having it flip there was not the best thing for them. You want to continue that lead here as UTD manages to get initial site control here. Don't have the checkpoint yet, but you know they have control of the main area. St. Clair tries to find some picks in this wide open area that Derpy's currently sitting in.
Those are big turds by Emran, you know, they're gonna, and they get the sim wall first, the side of UTD. Emran, the longer he holds this wall, the better for the Saints, as now they use their own Crime on this high ground is gonna be doing so much. As soon as this wall is gonna go down, Petal's gonna need a huge Bastional to save the point here for the side of UTD, as Saints are able to get up on that high ground. Let's see what this Bastional finds from Petal. Does find Emran. That's a huge pickup, as there's gonna be a window coming out from Derpy. The Saints need to shoot through that window, but Crime gets caught out by Petal and Kashir, as Saints are gonna go down 1 by 1, everybody falling. That's a huge team fight win from UTD as Kashir finds the cleanup.
Yeah, big plays by Kashir finding that cleanup, and just big plays all around from UTD. As a great team fight won there. They still have 33%, but flashpoint very quickly, so that can easily turn into a lead for UTD here. They have the Shatter ready, they have the Bap wall as well, so they have a couple ults to play with. St. Clair, Bastion ult to play with, but that's gonna be tough on a map. They're on a point.
Oh, they're going right under them to avoid the window, I believe, because they know that they have the window. There's the Bastional coming out from Crime. Can't find anything with it. Not be able to find too much. Squeak is on 1 HP, looking for the Shatter. Huge Shatter comes down from Squeak, finds 3. The B comes out from Mallard, but it's way too late. And there's another mistake by the Lucio of UTD, as Saints are going to be able to take the point and clean it up here. Crime's on 1 HP, but he does not die, as that's a team fight win for St. Clair. Playing it a bit dangerous. If Lucio beat it maybe 3-4 seconds earlier, it would have been really rough for Saints, but they're able to win it, and now they have the beat of their own to work with.
Yeah, well played by Saints. We're seeing a little bit of a repeat of game 1 here, back and forth on the point. So this could be a massive turnaround for the Saints here. They need to win a game. They're only 2 points away, so this next point here will determine who gets the lead, who will be put in the match point situation for Derpy. Playing the high ground here, trying to find a pick, swinging his hammer, throwing up the fire strikes. Where is it? Razor just keeping his team up and healthy. Soaks has the sound very ready. There's the Symmetra wall.
Oh no!
And Amarin gets taken out. He's away from his team. Petal gonna find the kill there. I'm gonna try and put as much damage as he can out there, but he doesn't really find anything.
Oh, they're using beat.
Back wall as well. Window It's not going to find much.
Derpy's down.
No, Derby is down. You're right. Kashir trying to take out Squeak, and he does. With Doyi there, Petal going to find one as well. The point may flip in the favor of UTD, but they back, and it does at 99%. Again, that's not what you want to see if you're St. Clair College. And it's looking like they only have one more good push here in order to win it all.
Yeah, that's bad for the Saints, but on the bright side, they do have that that Symmetra wall with Emran. It's the only ultimate from either side in this fight. There will be the Baptiste window coming out sometime throughout this fight. It's a TP away from UTD. Going completely past the sim wall as Bashing gets booped in. Crime is going to have to stay alive there as this TP is coming out from both Bashing. Kashir falls on the Symmetra. That's a huge pick for the side of the Saints. Can they find the team fight win off this? TP up to the pedal. Emran's going to go up here. Razor takes out Derpy. So Razor does go down himself, but this is going to be a hard fight to win. But Pedal finds one as well. Emran and Soaks just staying alive on this point. Crime is able to find the Baptiste, and that should be it for the Saints. They're going to be taking this 2-1 lead in the flashpoint. Huge team fight for the side of St. Clair.
Now they're on potentially match point here. And UTD, they just need to win one more, bring it to the final point here. As you can see, the Saints are looking locked in. They don't look as distraught or like out of it as they once were. They look locked in and ready to win their first game and hopefully get a little bit of a reverse sweep going.
Yeah, the Saints would love a reverse sweep. You know, this is a team they should be beating more often than not, but UTD is a very strong team to say the least. Saints will have point control here, and they do have the ultimate advantage, but Petal's going to use his form early, try and make a little bit of space for the Saints. Now, Crime will have his form, as it's an ult coming out from Crime. He's going to be able to find a lot of value with this one, and there's going to be a lamp needed to be used from the side of UTD. Now they don't have the lamp for the team fight. Lamp goes down. They're going to use the beat, though, a bit late. Wow. Squeak with a huge shatter, finds 3. Crime takes out Petal, blocks the shatter from Derpy, and it's just a main tank difference at this moment. Squeak playing on top of his game. Saints are going to be able to take this fight, and they're going to have a nice lead going on UTD.
Yeah, Mallard jumps off the map there to reset with his team, but amazing lead from the Saints. Just great team play all around. You can tell their heads are back in the game. They're playing amazingly right now. And UTD, they're looking to just try and close this out. They want to get 1 more, 2 more flashpoints. That's it. That's the game for them. And the Saints, they're not looking that far ahead. They're just looking to win this game here. Their heads are in the game. They're ready as they mount for 1 more team fight. Tanks and Reinhardts are at each other. They're going to find Razor, though. And Mallard going to find another. Crime going to take out Derpy, though. So that's their tank gone. Petal going to find Crime. And it's all down to Squeak and the supports there. It's not looking great.
Oh, Soaks doesn't get the touch.
Is alone, and that's another 2 kills on the side of UTD, and they get site control. But Saints do have 82% on the board. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, that's not too bad for the Saints. They still have the 3 ultimates they had last fight, and they know they need just 1 fight to win this map. They might even wait for all 5 ultimates to be up, just press Q and win, you know, the good old Overwatch special. But they're going to be looking for the push here. Emran's probably going to wall early, Razor's going to window, and I think it's going to be a good fight for the Saints, I believe. But they are going to this high ground, which I don't like too much, as they're going to get blown up. Squeak's on 1 HP, does manage to make it out. And now there's going to be the beat coming out from Soaks, the wall coming out from Emran. Lucio's on 1 HP, but manages to live. There's a window coming out from the Baptiste, and it's a flip going to be coming over, as that window is so scary, as UTD cannot peek. They're 87% though. It's a... Now the side of St. Clair have no ultimates. Squeak's gonna have to be very careful in the middle of this point, and he does go down. Derpy's on 1 HP, but does not die. Mallard on 1 HP as well. Emran's gonna look for a lot of damage. He's able to find the Reinhardt as it's a 1-for-1 trade. It's looking good for the side of Saints, as Crime finds a huge ultimate. They all TP out, but Petal goes down to Razor. Can Saints find this win? Crime goes down to Doyi. It's a 3v3. Emran does go down, but so does Kashir. It's a 2v2 just to support on the point. Razor looking for shots on Mallard, finds it. Now it's just Baptiste in a 1v2, and Saints do find it. They will be taking this map, and they will be going to a game 4.
There we are. Look at them. You can see the light return to their eyes. They are here. They're happy. They are looking for the reverse sweep. They're locked in. Their coach is telling them, you're probably like, don't get too excited. That's our first step here, but take all the mental energy you need here into this. Here's Emran with the play of the game, though. Try and find 1. It's a bit messy. This game was just so chaotic. Gonna find 2 with the turret. Gonna find 3. 4. Wow, that was a great play. But overall, wow, what a much-needed win for St. Clair. You're down 2-0, not looking great. That's 2-1. Only one game behind. That's not as bad. That's not that bad.
It's not too bad. And they closed it out well. They had a nice little team fight at the end, even where everybody died but the supports, but they managed to take it down. That's the highest level of Overwatch we're going to see. And going in this map 4, I think they're going to be looking good now. Like, once they win, once they're like in a good mental state, this Saints roster is very deadly. I think that map win is like a reset in their brain. Now they're going to be playing good. It's going to look smooth. They're going to be playing as a team more. And yeah, I can't wait for this map 4.
Yeah, map 4, I think it's either going to be a push or a payload.
Push.
It's probably going to be a push here. So
push.
after a quick break, we'll be right back with our game 4. It's going to be a good one. It's back and forth. Who will win? That is the question, but we'll answer it right after a break. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Activision Blizzard Collegiate Overwatch. It's University of Texas at Dallas Esports here. The Comets versus St. Clair College. It is 2 in the favor of UTD here today, and St. Clair has just won their first game. They're here today. They're focused. They're dialed in. They were a little bit distraught after that 2-loss streak there, but they've won their first game. They're going to swing with the momentum, and they're going to settle it here on the next map, Coliseum.
Yeah, they look very calm and composed as we're going to see very, very different team compositions. We're going to see Derpy on Safe, Pedal on the Widowmaker, Echo coming up from Cashier, and the Ilari Baptiste support line that they like so much on Numbani is going to be coming back. St. Clair coming back with that Reinhardt composition. And if the Saints can find good TPs onto Derpy, it's going to be rough for the side of the Saints. But I think as this map goes longer, they're going to look to switch over to Mei from the Symmetra. They're going to be going on a Sigma, as expected. Can they keep Derpy alive on the side of UTD? They do. He's on 1 HP, and Kashir's on 1 HP as well. There's no healing coming out for anyone, but they do manage to find those picks as 3 go down for the side of Saints. It's just Crime and Squeak alive, but they're going to find 2. Crime goes down. It's just Squeak alive. Cannot find the pin on the Baptiste, and he will be going down here in just a second. It's a fight win for UTD, sorry. And just out of nowhere, they find a couple picks and they take it home.
Yeah, it was a fight win, but there's only two or three of them left there, so it's a very, very close fight. So, but they do get the initial push, which is massive here. Now they can just carry this lead.
And Emeren's now on the Mei, as expected. Crime will be on the Sojourn, which he's very well known for. Very deadly on this Sojourn. You know, has really good aim. Finds those one-shots, and against this Echo Widowmaker comp, Sojourn is very, very strong. Let's see what they can find. They're still keeping the Reinhardt into the Sigma, which is a counter pick. Oh, that's a huge wall onto the Sigma. Can they find a pick off it? It's a copy coming out from Kashir. Very, very early. Huge window coming out, though, from Razor. He's going to be able to get some pressure off, but Kashir on 1 HP on the Reinhardt will have the Earth Shatter. He does find it. I don't think Squeak expected it, but everyone does stay alive for the side of the Saints. That's huge. Can they stay alive? Oh, Baptiste is not in a good position. Razor's going to have to look to get out of that corner. He's going to be able to walk out. Yes, he will. Squeak will come help him. Derpy, couple percentage away from that Sigma ult, and that's going to be absolutely massive here. 99, he's going to looking for it right here. Finds the lift onto the Reinhardt. Can they find Squeak? Is there going to be a Lamb coming out? No, there will not be, and that's a pick. Emeren does find the Echo, and Razor does find Petal, but Mallard does find Razor. It's a beat coming out from Soaks. Saints are going to look to win this fight, but Derpy's on full HP. They're going to have to find the support from the side of UTD, but they cannot. And now Sigma will just take a lot of space. Saints will look to find those kills as Petal's going to come back on the Tracer, not on the Widowmaker. But Saints are forced back, and in about 2.5 minutes, the card has moved 18 meters.
Yeah, it is an absolute bloodbath here in the Coliseum. It is just going back and forth. Just both teams attacking with reckless abandon, falling one after another, and using ultimates on the percentage mark. Wow, there's a wall coming out, and looks like the Mei ult's going to be charged very, very soon, so we might see that soon. We're going to see the Shatter as well. Going to go into the pin there. Squeak going to try and get some fight against that Sigma, but Kashir going to find one. Doyi going to find another, and Kashir going to get a double kill, and that is going to open up the map there for UTD to push up the cart ever so further, a little bit more than 18 meters finally.
Yeah, Crime able to get picked off by Kashir should never be happening, as Crime is the only threat to really get the Echo out the sky. And after that, they use the Reinhardt Shatter, don't find anything with that. It's absolutely tragic for the side of the Saints. There was a good window by Millard to make some space. They do have that Mei ult, which should be a guaranteed teamfight win if they're able to freeze the Sigma, right? It sounds pretty easy, but he's forced to use his block and cooldowns out early. He's going to use the Mei ult. Can he find the Sigma? As it's going to be Petal on the flank. Derpy is 1 HP and he does go down to the Mei ult as expected. UTD are going to try and win this fight. They're going to go for the copy on the Mei. If he finds a Mei ultimate here, it would be huge, but there's no way that will happen. Razor finds Mallard. There's a post coming out from Petal as UTD are using a lot of ultimates for a fight that's really unwinnable for them. And St. Clair take it down. Crime will still have his ultimate as they get some nice daggers there on the side of Saint, and it's looking really good for St. Clair.
Yeah, Squeak cleaning up there with a double at the end. A much needed win for St. Clair as they're looking to even up the score line here as they're running away with it, pushing ever so closer to that much needed checkpoint. And UTD trying to rain hell from above right now, but not going to find anything. Razor just keeping everyone up and healthy. We do have the overclock online and the window and the sound barrier, so St. Clair has a massive lead in the alt economy right now. The lamp come out, Petal going for a little bit of a flank, not going to find much as we see a nice pick on Crime, taking out the support, a much needed pick.
Yeah, and that should guarantee the fight for the Saints if they can play it slow. Derpy doing a lot of damage here, but Petal takes down Soaks. Crime's on 1 HP. He's ult. Oh, he finds the headshot on Petal as that's a huge pick on 60 HP. Petal couldn't find him. Gets the fire shot and Bap gets the kill. It's a huge shatter coming out from Derpy though. Finds 3 and can Crime kill the Reinhardt? Yes, he can, but the rest of his team is dead. And you know, you hate to see it. Crime kills 3 people, but is not able to win the fight as Derpy, with an absolutely massive Earth Shatter, is able to maintain the lead for UTD.
That was a massive Earth Shatter, and St. Clair, look how close they were from taking the lead as well. So that's just so unfortunate there. Well played all around from both teams. But a great ult from Crime there with a sliver of health, using the overclock, take out the Tracer, take out majority of the team there.
But Derpy though,
Derpy was ready for it.
Oh, there's the window. Squeaks on 1 HP.
It's a shatter though.
He does have that shatter, but he's gonna get pinned in. He's gonna be on 1 HP, but no, he's actually on full HP. He's gonna be make it out. No, he tries to Earth Shatter, but doesn't find it. But it's a 1-for-1. Petal takes down Soaks, Rakes takes down Petal. So it's gonna be more damage on the side of the Saints. If they can sustain a little bit, they should be able to make a little bit of card space, because Petal is dead. But it's gonna be a Mayo coming out, but it's a huge wall from Emran. Crime will get caught in it. So will Squeak, and so will Emran. I don't know why Squeak walked up to get frozen by the ultimate there, but I think he knew they were gonna lose that fight. Doesn't want to stagger himself too much. And it's going to be a fight win from UTD with that huge May ult.
Oh, and they're so close to that checkpoint. That is going to be a massive lead if they manage to get this in time. St. Clair needs to move fast and move quick here. They switch to the Lucio here. They're on the Lucio. They're going to speed boost all the way onto the site here. Sheer holding it down underneath this bridge.
The May ult here is going to be massive.
Yeah, the May ult on the side of St. Clair could repel any attack. They don't need it though. Looks like UTD just backs off.
Yeah, they were just scared. I don't know why, but maybe they didn't like their positioning too much. Now Saints will make some space back, and the May ult in here is absolutely deadly. If you can find one good wall on the Reinhardt, he will die most certainly. And Razor also has that window. If they can just window the Reinhardt with the Bastion form and one-shot him, that's the ideal play. It's going to be a big fire strike coming out, but they're still peeking the that window. But Saints don't find anything. Derpy's on 1 HP. There's the Earth Shatter. Derpy's going to surely look for a shatter around the corner here. Emran going to look for a freeze. Doesn't find too much, as Derpy is going to have to go massive with a shatter here. Right around the wall. Doesn't find it. No, he does find Squeak, but it's a huge wall coming out from Emran. Able to keep Squeak alive, but he does go down to Kashir's Crime. Can't find anything with the Bastion ult. Petal through that back window. Managing to find a lot of damage. Living on 1 HP. Mailer doesn't go down. Adoy keeps him alive, as UTD is going to take a lot of space now. The Reinhardt is dead. Can they not stagger too much? Emran finds a huge pick on Petal though, as Soaks wants to win this fight, uses the beat. Emran's on 122 HP, can't do anything. Here's the Reinhardt pinning out, and he should go down. Huge beat by Soaks actually, managing to win that fight for them with that. And it's a good team fight win for St. Clair, but there's still chaos going on the point.
Yeah, massive picks all around there. Both teams pushing it to the limit there. Crime going to find one as well. Squeak going to try and find a pick on this May here, trying to get a little bit of a stagger there, and they managed to take him out as well. Massive pick, and I think Clair College actually might be able to find the checkpoint here as Squeak pushes up to contend and make that space for his team and try and just make sure the supports keep him up in time. Dougie trying to keep his team up as well, as the fire strikes take them ever so closer to death there. We're going to see the Bastion ult on the side of UTD, but it's not going to find much as they start the rumble underneath the bridge there. The back window comes out. Derby going to find one fire strike through the window there. That's a massive pick. But the massive May ult going to find one. And wow, UTD managing to flip it all the way around there. St. Clair looks like they're running away with it there, but UTD was ready with the May ult. And now it's neck and neck here on the push.
Absolutely neck and neck. Emran's so close to that May ult, 92. That's going to be the win con for the Saints. What do UTD have? They're going to have just this BAP window to play around, but it is a big ultimate to say none the least. They're going to have to absolutely try and one-shot Squeak here, as they're going to give up a little bit of space, but if Emran can find a May ult early here and get just 1 or 2 picks with that ultimate, it's going to be a team fight win, as there's no form on the side of Petal. St. Clair should look to go fast here with their own form. There's a window coming out. There's an Emran coming out with a huge May ult. Reinhardt's going to be frozen. Can he find anything? Yes, he does. Saints are going to look to clean up here, and they will. The side of UTD is going to stagger onto the point and try and die on the point, as Petal staying alive for a little bit. Kashir as well, managing to stall out a little bit, as I think Saints will be able to find the lead here, and that is an absolutely huge team fight win.
It's going to be a massive team fight here. Crime pushing up below the bridge, trying to find a good position here. Derpy trying to hit some fire strikes to get any damage that he can get here. He's going to keep his team up and healthy though, as they march ever so close here to the much needed checkpoint here. Petal's going to try and find a pick here. The Bastion ult is going to come out in retaliation, but he's going to get one right back there. He's going to try and stop the push, but it looks like St. Clair is just an inch away from the checkpoint here. The teams are both going wild right now. Razor going to try and keep everyone up and healthy. The Ryan Derpy going very deep in there. Going to have to back off here. Razor going to back off, going to regroup, just try and play for picks. They don't want to lose the lead that they have here. Going to take another fight under the Coliseum here.
Yeah, it's either going to be a huge shatter and beat on both sides. There's the window coming up from St. Clair. Great start for the team fight for them, but they're not able to find any picks, and overtime does take. Saints are just leaving it. UTD has to get a touch here, and they do very, very last second. Now it's going to be just about the Earth Shatters and the beats. Let's see which Reinhardt can carry his team to victory here. Derpy is going to be going up, looking for the shadow on Squeakus. There's a big wall coming out from the side of UTD. The beat comes out early from Soak. So does Mallow. It's a huge shatter by both sides, but nobody finds any picks as the fight is going to keep going. Kashir is 10% away from that May ult. That's going to be the big ult that wins that fight for them. Emran at 56, but low health bars on the side of Saints. The May ult is going to be coming out here, going out here. There it is. It's huge. It's absolutely massive. It's going to freeze Squeak. Crime gets walled off. Squeak does go down. UTD looking to win this fight. Emran goes down as well. Saints are going to have to die quickly to maybe get one more touch. Crime goes down as Petal's taking out absolutely everybody. It's 4 kills, 5 kills for the sides of UTD, and St. Clair have to go Wrecking Ball. They have to get a touch here. They do go Doomfist. I think they have time for maybe one more fight, but those staggers are absolutely brutal.
If one more touch here, it's about to get pushed here. It's on its way here. This could be it. UTD could take it all here. St. Clair needs to give it their all. Squeak down to 42 HP. Will he touch? Will he do it? Will he get on the point? He gets a punch, gets taken out there. He's out though. The lamp saves his life. The Bastion ult is also ready. Online Petal gonna clear that out for his team. And that might be it.
That's it.
That is a team kill on the side of UTD, and they take this game all the way home, 3-1. Well fought St. Clair College, but University of Texas, Dallas, the Comets streak across the sky to victory.
And that's a pretty big upset in round 1. I believe people had St. Clair taking this matchup as they've shown to be the stronger team, but on the day today, Saints did not look like the stronger team. UTD just looked better as Petal finds nice picks here through the BAP window. And it was a very, very close last map. Obviously, our players aren't going to be too happy with that, but I believe they are out of the tournament now.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it for us today because it's not double elimination. This is single elimination. As you can tell, this is a heartbreaking loss for the team. They are disappointed. They knew they could do better, and they did do well on that one game. They just started off with a rough start, you know. Like if they started off with a win, I think this could have gone totally different, you know. If it wasn't 2-1, if it was 1-1, you know, I think they can maybe bring this back, but that 2-0 starting loss was just too big of a deficit to come from, which it's just unfortunate, but you know, there's more. It's not over.
Oh yeah,
completely. It's over for this time.
It's over for today.
For today, but there's gonna be more in the future. But just want to say props to UTD. You know,
Yeah.
a little bit lower in the rankings here, but they played amazingly. They're like a absolute unit, just so tight knit. Just do you have any more comments on their gameplay? Because I'm just amazed.
I mean, UTD just showed they're the better team on the day. They played different comps when they needed to. They played that Alari Bap on Numbani with the full hold. And then when they needed to whip out the Reinhardt Bastion Symmetra, that's exactly what they did. And they outplayed Saints. You know, we saw a lot of good mechanical plays from both Reinhardts. Earth Shatters coming out here and there. Good picks from the DPS. But UTD was able to be just that slightly bit better, and they take that map 4 and the series. And yeah, it was just well played. Congratulations to UTD on moving to round 2.
Yeah, overall, we had an amazing game here today. I have not seen such a close game in a while on the Overwatch team. That was just a joy to watch. It was so exciting. And I hope everybody here at home, thank you for joining us. And I hope you had such a good time as much as I did. Thank you, Theo, for joining me here on the casting desk. And thank you, everybody in the back, Daniil, Amanda, and Tommy, for holding it all down, making it all work. Follow our socials, and we'll see you very soon, probably on Sunday for more Rocket League. And we'll be back then. Thank you.